Reflecting on my own experiences, this subject has provided me some insight into what my philosophy provides for my future as an educator, and has given me the tools to unpack my virtual school bag of prior knowledge to do with the creative arts. The virtual school bags we all have are prior experiences we bring as individuals into the classroom. Defined by Thompson in 2003, it became a key concept I thought about in my own art experiences. My past experience of art in school was founded in stress and disengagement. The work was solely based on the aspirations of teachers wishing to find perfect replications of art pieces, but totally disregarded the enjoyment of developing new skills and a sense of creativity. With this prior knowledge, I was apprehensive to go into schools and teach art, but during placement and employment, I found more and more teachers resorting to the basics of art pastels to create sunsets and class colouring in walls. The empowerment of creativity and skills needed to design meaningful pieces of expression were hard to find. The lack of openness to embrace the creative arts in holistic means prompted me to expect that the creative arts were misused and unappreciated, but beyond my control. The strengths pertaining to the arts are my confidence and empowerment of my own creativity. What I lack in physical skill or tertiary knowledge in the arts, I make up for with a desire to help model an outgoing and creative individual, eager to use art as an outlet of expression. Reflecting on my experiences or expectations of myself within the art forms, there are thoughts I have on the importance of each and the way I can improve my approach in helping young learners adapt them into their lives. I've had experiences as a pre-service teacher that have moulded my appreciation of the arts, exploring the meanings of creativity for young learners created through New South Wales K-6 Creative Arts syllabus. As an SLSO who does occasional support with the school support unit, there are instances where students are tasked with collaborative tasks. Last week, 2 of the K-6 classes were given percussion instruments to develop their feel in rhythm and the feel of music they were creating. It was a wholesome experience for the whole unit, with many students having their first attempts at bongo drums, cymbals, or wooden fish instruments. The sequence developed from investigating the sound to structuring discussion about which sounds went together, and when people should play or pause. This basic collaboration developed into organisation of sounds and discussing how to make music meaningful. My goals for professional learning for music would be education in the structure and design of the organisation of sound, to provide meaning to why harmony can be created through purposeful choices in music. Dance is such a powerful means of establishing a baseline and accessible movement and fun for all. The ways young learners approach dancing and the expectations of the quality of dance can provide meaningful appreciation of the way others represent themselves through creative movement, but also the empowerment of a confidence through culture and kinship it can form. The demonstration of coordination through performing and the empathy and awareness developed through appreciating and interpreting a dance for others is something to be scaffolded, and my professional development expectation for dance will be to explore ways in which I can further recognise and support these outcomes for students. Visual arts became a powerful means of manipulating everyday materials to represent creativity and emotion through a spectrum of colours, textures and contrasts. I hope that students can explore the interpretation and ways to represent things through non-traditional means of visual arts. In a complex world transitioning into further digital and virtual literacies, I hope that tactile creativity can provide my students with meaningful ways of manipulating their environments and using the world they live in as the subject matter for their creativity. My professional learning demands for the visual arts is the development of culture and history to empower the voices of those not entirely represented through the popular discourse of mainstream art appreciation. In drama, it is essential for developing emotional intelligence of students and allowing them to develop the necessary skills for interpreting the day-to-day interactions we have in the social world. This is achieved through the specific investigations of the elements of drama that are further explored through the syllabus. The elements of space, symbol, dramatic tension, mood, time, focus, and contrast all underpin the ways in which we develop our sense of dramatic and social context within our world. These are the reasons I reflect on drama being so important, but at times left out in the primary school classroom. My professional development goals will be to create sequences where students can explore their means of dramatic interpretation through imagined scenarios, exploring not only the enjoyment, but the powerful means it creates in our lives. These interpretations and reflections have come from my involvement with EDTA. The subject has given me a lens to observe and make decisions to improve my future as an educator, using the arts specifically. This knowledge came for me from the physical workshops, readings, and some media. The workshops provided me some really great insights into the practical experience of industry specialists who were not only comfortable with utilising the creative arts in their syllabus expected means, but also to promote behavioural, social, and physical enjoyments for students. The exploration and practice of professional experts of the arts in teaching roles I could associate with empowered the ideas of creativity and artistic expression as a tool of more than just the thoughts we have. The workshops really supported the belief that teachers of the creative arts need substantial background knowledge and great communication skills and passion for the content. This was further supported by the readings of Roy et al. 2015, Inequalities of Teaching the Arts. Now, with some exposure to the arts, in both the sense as a learner, but also as an aspiring educator, I have some predictions and apprehensions about the future of the arts syllabus. The arts have taken a back burner and what should be a powerful and meaningful means of expression and development of creative identity for young people. The current attitude of art that I've observed in the discourse of staff rooms, universities, by peers and in the media, is that of a reductionist approach of the importance of the creative arts. This negative connotation and the consistent emergence of the digital society has made me feel questionable at the place of physical embodiment of the art in the classroom. The marginalisation of arts is evidenced by eWing 2020. Additionally, I fear the removal of physical interpretations of creativity will have severe consequences on not only the fine and tactile motor skills of learners, but also the development of the creative experience for students. Sawyer 2015 discusses the complexities of the creative arts in schools, and also how they share the same hesitancy that if schools aren't embracing the arts, many students will be left without the powerful experiences to develop creative intelligence and metacognition of their own creative interpretations of the world. These powerful qualities are defined as genuine outcomes for learners when teachers are confident and well-practiced in providing the arts education, explored and evidenced by Dinham 2019. Given the last year's pandemic, it would seem the arts are in an even greater threat of losing its place in schools, with intervention schemes trying to develop the skills of numeracy and literacy that is so dire for the young learners misplaced by the learning in the pandemic. The creative arts are consistently seen as tack-on subjects in primary schools, something to neglect or add in as free time. Now, for the experiences I've had this semester, I believe my future philosophy has been shifted and greater appreciation for creativity in schools has been developed, mainly through the inspiration of outgoing professional teachings in the workshops or passionate teachers in schools. To develop my future as an educator, I believe I can integrate powerful sequences where young people can define their own creative identities through rich use of the arts and powerful skills and elements to underpin them. Reflecting on my own experiences, this subject